Hello guys, trust you're doing wonderful. So welcome to today's section. So today will be a bit interactive, right? So we'll be examining some key psychological, psychological emotional triggers in trading, right? So please do well to stick around. For more of this video, you can destroy the subscribe button and then stick around, guys. All right. So first, we want to know what is psychology. What is trading psychology? All of a sudden someone will just come and say that trading is psychology. Trading is all about psychology. They don't want to come and tell you that no, it's not psychology. Oh, it's your trading strategy. You need to know how to trade well. Right, a whole lot of stuff. So now I want to try to bring a little balance to these perspectives. Alright, so first of all, you need to know that trading is like a school, or your trading journey is like a school. It's like an evolution. First you started as someone, when you look at the chart at first, it was you were clueless. There was no explanation of any sort in your mental environment. You look, you say, what is this? What is this? But all of a sudden you learned price action, you learned what was support and what was resistance. But normally you can see all of those as just normal market. You don't even know that that was market, right? You just see candlesticks, and the whole lot of stuff was just complex. And for everybody, even the professional traders we have, they started like that, right? So they started like that. You should know that ignorance is always the starting point, but then you should not dwell on ignorance. You should be willing and open for knowledge to build you up, right? Because you can only survive by knowledge, right? Curiosity can just bring you up, but then knowledge helps you to build up. Yeah. All right. So today we want to look at psychology. So psychology in a summarized model, because I'm not here to bore you. I'm just here to give you information from experience, and from a whole backlog of, let me say, experience, right? Because in this game, experience is really the best teacher. Experience gives you a better excuse not to repeat the same mistake again. All right, so psychology, you know is how you think as a trader, how you think when you enter that, okay, how you think before entering that position you want to enter, how you think while you are watching that position, running, and how you think after exiting that position. That is psychology. Psychology is about your mindset. How do you think? How do you think as a trader? So it is important that as a trader, you need to know that a good environment, starting on from a good environment, gives you an advantage, because most of us, we are made by nature, and most of us, we are made by nurture. So nature is nature. Nature is natural, let me put it that way. But nurture is you're a product of your environment, right? All of a sudden, if maybe you have, okay, maybe your parents were traders and maybe that was how you evolved to become a trader, you have good solid trading experience, right? Because the guidance is there already. They'll tell you, okay, do this, don't do this, and then you already know the pros and the cons, right? So you not to make those mistakes that you don't need to make. Right, so trading is just how you think. So first of all, you need to have a basic good mindset on trading. How do you perceive trading? And number one of those mindset is that in trading is a you need to see trading as an investment vehicle, for you to grow your capital. So you need to make money, because you need money in trading, right? You need money to trade. Let nobody deceive you that you withdraw from demo. Brother, sister, you need money to trade. So if you need money to trade, that means first of all you need to have a cash flow system, and then you are ready to amplify the income you are getting, right? You are ready to amplify the income you are getting. How do you make more? That is the investment mentality. So trading is a kind of investment vehicle, right? That helps you to grow capital, because there are two things: either you grow capital or you just make money in the trading environment. And making money, you just make money, then you can be likened to a scalper, right? Just say that, right? But growing money, number one, is a skill. and not just a skill, is a is an approach formed from discipline. So this is what I mean by growing money. You are patient enough to allow time appreciate the value of that your money. So as a trader, you need to be your mindset need to be focused on growing your capital. And when you approach a trade, you are not just seeing it as an opportunity for you to just make the for you to just make the to buy your Lamborghini, to buy the Ferrari, or whatsoever. Rather, all those dopamine hit, all those strong dopamine hit, you want to just get the good dopamine hit, just excited mood, just want to get that excitement from trading, and then you keep on hurting yourself because that your desire is very wide. Is it not possible? It is possible, but will you likely get it? You might not likely get it, right? So you need to be in a neutral state, right? So you need to be in a neutral state. All right. So now let's get into the intricate discussion of today, which is psychology. So you need to know that psychology is how you think, and as humans, we have these limitations of emotions, right? Yes, so it's a product of how you think. And as humans, we have this limitation of emotion. So what is emotion? You know, there are two types of emotions. You know, emotion. Okay, what is emotion? We can just liken emotion like how human react to situations, how human react to circumstances. So we have two types of emotions. We have the negative emotion and the positive emotion in trading. Yeah. So what is the negative emotion? And what is a positive emotion? Let me tell you the truth. Negative and positive emotion, they are all disastrous for your trading. They you not say okay, positive emotion is good because it's positive. No, you need to be neutral. You need to be as a trading bot, or you need to be like a robot that operates with some set of instructions, right? So first, what is negative emotion? Let's start from the negative aspect now. So negative emotion are emotions like like fear. Are you sure I will really make this money? Are you sure? Lack of confidence, right? Are you sure you really make this money in this trade? Should you enter this trade? Are you sure the setup is so? But meanwhile, you have a trading system and your entry criteria has been met. So, but then you're still asking yourself, are you sure you should enter this trade? Are you asking yourself, just go ahead and take in the trade? That is what Mark Douglas, in his book Trading in the Zone, discipline trader, that you need to think in probability. So number one, you need to be confident, but the confidence is in yourself, or is not is your strategy. Let me put it, yes, not in your strategy, but in your system, in your framework. That means in this series of trade, in this series set of trade, based on and you in this series of trade, you know that you can profitable to this percentage, right? So you can be profitable maybe you know by 10% in a month, 15% in a month, 20%, depending on your risk to reward, and depending on your risks, what you are risking. Because somebody can make 20% in a month. If you increase your risk, you can still make 50% in a month, yes. But the thing is that we have the capacity to contain all of that, so you need to eliminate fear out of trading. And how do you eliminate fear? You need to build confidence, and confidence can only come from your strategy being back tested. And there are types of back testing: the markups, the live testing, the forward testing. You need to come being back tested, because when you back test, number one thing that back testing does is that it gives you confidence. It helps you to think in probability. So that your trade, you're not about whether it will work or it will not work. You don't need to know what is going to happen for you to make money. Rather, you are just executing it, following your plan, and then you just know that whatever. At the end of the day, you are profitable. That's how profitable traders think, right? So number one, the cure to lack of or the cure to fear is what is confidence in your system, not just cockiness, pride, ego, no, but confidence in your system. All right, so the second negative emotion is anger. Anger is not a good thing, right? You enter a particular position and all of a sudden you just see SL minus negative, you are just angry. So this is one thing, you need to know this as a skill. As a trader, you need to learn how to manage loss. What did I say? Learn how to manage loss. Please, please, please. These are some of the skill you need to have as a trader, right? Yes, it's a skill. You need to know how to manage loss, and this is the hack for that. Don't risk too much. That's why I always emphasize have a training plan. At Bosha FS Limitless Goals Academy, we coach you, we give you all what you need to be successful as a trader. So if you want our course, comment in the comment section, and the link will be sent to you, and then you have be granted access to that. So you need to know that you okay. All right. So you need to know that as a trader, you need to learn how to manage losses. So you risk what you can afford to lose, right? Not just risk what you can afford to lose, but in your system you have your prescribed risks. So already you know that you are risking what you can afford to lose, but then in your system you allow your system tell you the amount to risk. We talked, there's a video we have on risk management. There's static risk management, dynamic risk management, and the two of them combined. So whatever, you can check out the video on risk management. So you need to know how to manage risks, because when as a trader is someone that think in probabilities. So you don't know the one that will be successful, you don't know the one that will not be successful, and so you just need to be neutral. So and when you just apply the same risks, depending on the risk to reward, you are certain that okay, with this system you'll be profitable. So that is that for the second one. So the third one, okay, I mentioned, what did I mention? I mentioned fear, anger, and then the third one is greed. Hi, greed is greed is toxic. You see, one of the reason or the backbone why traders do not adhere to their trading plan is greed. You see this trade, you say, this is A plus setup. Who is telling you that it's A plus setup? It's your deceptive mind. Your mind is telling you that it's A plus setup. Why? So that you increase the lot size, and you eventually increase the lot size, and what happened? You lost the trade. That is greed that make you lose that trade. But then if you are not greedy, you are just neutral, right? You would have taken that trade and you would have accepted the loss carefully. But then you just want to get the hit, dopamine hit. In this A plus setup, you increase it has happened to me severally. Yes, I'll say it. There are sometimes you see this setup, you say, this A plus, this trade is will buy. You enter the position, full margin. Like that is disastrous. Like I've done that severally. One of those days when I trade pro firms a lot. So one of those days I can risk an account, right, in a particular setup, and I can be as that greedy. No, no, I can risk that. But all of a sudden you just realize that that is not sustainable, right? It's not sustainable. So you need to learn how to balance your appetite, right? Like we say, treat trading as an investment vehicle. All right. So what is the next negative emotion? We spoke fear, anger, greed. What again? Okay. Okay. The next one is what? Revenge trading. So these are just they are just some of them. Another one, somebody might just come up with another one that is saying, whatever name, and you can just say it. And that is it, because you keep evolving. Alright, so revenge trading is bad. It's very bad. You know, when you think in probability, what does it mean? You know that the outcome is probable, but it is not certain. It is probable. Why? Because in a particular set of data that you analyze, you can say that okay, this can likely be the outcome. But then you are not certain in that to know which one is going to be successful, which one is not going to be successful. So now when you now take the trade and it's not successful, you can just count it as the one that will not be successful. But you know why you're not counting? Because maybe you over leverage, right? Greed make you to leverage, and now you lost that position, and now you want to revenge the trade because that was not what you were supposed to risk. Hi, I've suffered from this. I'll be playing. I've suffered from this. Revenge trading has destroyed many of my accounts. I realized like I can buy an account today, profit my can and destroy it today. Those days are not now. Yeah. I make good money. So when you make some a certain amount of money like that, where you're just starting up, you just want to get more, just want to get more. And anytime you do not get what you want, that dopamine hit, you tend to revenge. So that's revenge ready. I tell you the truth, it will not take you to anywhere. Rather than you're angry for the market. The market does not care about you. It does not even know whether you exist. Rather, it's just a an indication of what is happening, what traders, the action of traders. So many traders. This one is buying, this one is selling. You're not in the minds of all of these traders to know when to buy or when to sell, right? And so you just need to be your own. You cannot control the market. Rather, what you can control is yourself, your risks, and you just yourself and your risks and your entries and your exit. So you don't need to force things to happen, right? So those are the negative emotion. So you can watch this video to calm down. you know Invest in, you see, trading, invest in discipline. When you learn everything, start learning everything now in discipline, right? So now we move over to the negative, okay, to the positive emotion. Yeah, positive emotion, yeah, sweet, right? Positive emotion. But as human being, there are some circumstances or things that will make us to just be happy, right? So you are happy, you are excited, right? In trading, you need to be neutral until you are done for trading. When you are doing something else or another business, you can be happy there or you can be excited. But in trading, so you need to be neutral. Don't be excited. You are seeing profit. It's excitement that will make you in a winning streak to increase your position. So first of the positive emotion is excitement, right? Excitement. You are excited. This position is good, it's good. You are excited. Excitement is good though, but see, it's good. Yeah, be excited. You are in a position and it's going well. Be excited, oga, but be neutral. In your mind, be neutral. Just know that you are ready to lose this position anytime. When you take trading like that, that's where it will reward you. But when your mind is just fixed, you are seeing the profit, you don't want it to just go a little bit lower. Baba, that is when you just, that excitement will turn to something else, right? So it is good to be excitement, but just be moderately excited within. Don't express it. Yeah, professional traders, they just count profit as one of those outcomes, right? Yeah. So you just need to be neutral. So excitement is one of those positive emotions. You just need to be neutral. So one of them is what are the excitement trading? One of them is, okay. One of them is pride, ego, cockiness. They're very cocky in the market. You know what cockiness means? It's the feeling of being invincible, feeling of being like a god. You have destroyed the market. You have just destroyed the market. Okay, some people can say that they have wrecked this market. Okay. So let me just help you. So it's just as if and you had winning streak, during a particular time, and you are very excited. I have winning streak. So you just know that you were telling your friends that you are losing trade. Come, let me give you this, or come, let me give you this signal, and then you are very confident because you just had winning streak. You don't know that there is no strategy that has 100% guarantee. If you know, you'll be humble. There's one virtue of forex traders, they are very humble. If you see a forex trader that is not humble, maybe he has not gotten a kind of experience in trading. Forex traders, like those big bosses that I do admire, they are humble. They are humble. Even though they cannot be just proud like that, but they are humble. There's these symptoms of humbleness. Why? Because if the market show you shege, you don't want the market to show you shege, right? So you just need to be humble. Yeah. So you need to be humble. You don't need to be this invincible. You're using this strategy, you never cash out since. Let me give you this strategy. I use 100 standard lot because this strategy is always working. You just need to be neutral, like I said. So cockiness, ego, the market will humble you, or to humble you. I'm telling you from experience, right? So to humble you. Just know that everything is probability. You need to have this you need to think in probabilities. Traders, professional traders, they think in probability. Or let me just say traders that to some extent can guarantee consistency in result. So what I mean by consistency in result is they have an approach and they are disciplined to follow it. Those traders, they are always, you know they are always they are consistent in bringing out result. So this is it. The result might not be fixed, it might be changing, but within a certain amount or within a certain percentage, at least there's a return, and they can guarantee that. Why? Because they are disciplined. All right, guys, so let me just go through them again. First, you say emotions in trading. We have negative and positive emotions, and you just need to be neutral, right? You don't need to be positively, you don't need to be intrigued positively in trading or intrigued negatively in trading. You don't need them. You just need to be neutral. If you can act like a bot, that is what discipline in its highest form is, acting as a bot. So you need to be disciplined. So in discipline, you need to learn how to control fear, anger, greed, revenge trading, and as well positive emotion, excitement, joy, excitement, cockiness, ego. You need to learn how to control them. So guys, thank you very much. So once again, see, I am Goshe FX. We run a academy called the Limitless Bulls Academy. So for your mentorship, for your coaching, for good forex experience, you can deem us fit for that, right? We give you the best coaching you can think of, yeah, and we ensure your forex success, with our mechanical trading strategy. With our two unique mechanical strategy, we can help you achieve your long-term goals, your goals, predictably and justifiably, without much hype, and without any form of ambiguity, will help you. So if you really want us to mentor you to be a coach, you can check the link at the description. You see a link apparently, you just click on it and it will redirect you to our our DMs, and then we'll get in touch with you. Alright guys, so thank you very much. Hope you found value with this. Do well to stay tuned by subscribing, like this video, and comment down if this video has been impactful for you. So thank you very much guys. Thank you. We'll see in the next video. You can check something somewhere around. Thank you very much guys. I remain Goshe FS.